Here to talk more about this and to give us some details.
EV pass through gamma rays along
the difference between KWAP and KWSP.
Tips for us to choose the best telco package to avoid money being misspent.
What matters?
What matters?
What matters?
What matters every Wednesday, 11:15 a.m. only on Trax FM. Don't miss it.
Good morning, Malaysia, on a lovely Wednesday, the 23rd of November. As of today, we are going live on Facebook. Head over to our Facebook account at Trax FM Official. Once again, it's TRAXXFM OFFICIAL. And today's interview feature will be the topic of the day, which is managing the rising cost of living. Now, I know not many people have that, opportunity to actually, manage their finances. So this is the particular time where you can actually find out more on how to manage your finances, right? And today we have on the line Marni Mohamed. She is an Islamic financial advisor, wealth advisory. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I am great, very, very energetic.
Very, very great. Thank you so much for taking the time off to be with us today.
Okay.
Yes, thank you so much for taking the time off your busy schedule to be with us today. Now, we do realize that the rising cost of living is inevitable, and we all have our financial issues. So we want to know from you, particularly today, the rising cost of living caused by the COVID-19 pandemic not only actually impacted Malaysians, but it also a global phenomenon. So how can we make a smart purchase decision?
Okay, I really go deep into this topic, right? Mm-hmm. So, can you ask yourself first, are you a smart purchaser? If the answer is no, let's turn over to a new leaf. It is really essential for us to spend wisely and save our budget. But how? Yeah, maybe there's people out there asking how to be a smart purchase, how to make a smart purchase decision. So firstly, we need to know our needs and wants. This is the basic thing. Our needs and wants. Needs are the things that we must have or we cannot do without it. For example, the food, the clothes, and shelter. On the other hand, wants are things that we would love to have but can be compromised without causing harm. The wants or desires of every human vary according to their taste and financial capabilities. Some desire a big house, fancy food, okay, and others desire branded clothes, branded gadgets, and many more. As a smart purchaser, yes, hello?
Yes, okay.
As a smart purchaser, we need to have we need to know the difference those two. Okay, before you buy things, you will ask yourself, is it necessary? Do you really need it? Is it my one above all your needs, or is it within your budget?
Okay. All right. We're going to take a short break for now, but I'd just like to summarize what you have mentioned for now. The most important thing is if we want to purchase something or desire to purchase something, it should not harm our finances. That's definitely correct. I also do that. But sometimes I have my own cheat days as well, whereby I collect enough money to actually buy something which I desire as opposed to something I need, as opposed to something, that is too expensive for me that I cannot purchase. But anyway, if you're just tuning in right now, we're talking to Marni Mohamed, Islamic financial advisor, wealth advisory, and we're talking about managing the rising cost of living. And we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with today's guest right here on Trax.
Okay.
Here to talk more about this and to give us some details.
EV pass through gamma rays along
The difference between KWAP and KWSP.
Tips for us to choose the best telco package to avoid money being misspent.
What matters?
What matters?
What matters?
What matters every Wednesday, 11:15 a.m. only on Trax FM. Don't miss it.
And we're back. Otto here, coming to you live from Angkasa, Puri, Kuala Lumpur. Also on our Facebook page at Trax FM Official. That's TRAXXFM OFFICIAL with today's interview feature of the day. And we're talking about managing the rising cost of living. And today we have Marni Mohamed. She's an Islamic financial advisor for Wealth Advisory on the line right now. Thank you so much for joining us once again.
Okay, hi.
We almost lost you there. But thank you so much once again, right? So with regards to the previous talk set that we had, you did mention that, we need to prioritize our needs and wants, as well as, if we desire something, to purchase something, it must not hurt our pockets as well. Is that true?
Yeah. It's true, yes. Definitely.
And is there anything else that you'd like to add as opposed to those two?
Yes, and then I did want to add something. Okay, we can do a price comparison between the shops. Okay, pricing is one of the biggest pain points when it comes to making purchase decisions. Because why? Stores usually use different ways of pricing items to attract their customers. Being aware of how to read sale prices and calculate the actual discounts actually will help you to get the best price of the things that you want to buy. Yeah? So you can choose a store that offers the best price. Okay? And then you can also try to delay the purchase of the items that are not that necessary. Unless you need the item immediately, you may take some time to think before making the decision to purchase. If you find that you still want the item in 1 week or 1 month later, then you can consider buying it. On the other hand, if a week passes and you forget what it was you wanted to buy, you probably didn't really want it at the first place.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So at some point, right, some items offer combos at a cheaper price. Is this the kind of purchase considered smart spending? Okay.
In my opinion, yes, it can be considered as smart spending. It is because it can help us to utilize the usage, or we can utilize the value of our money. Okay. Smart spending always depends on your needs. It may seem cheaper sometimes, but you need to look at the expiry date. Really, right? So it can be saving your money, or it can be wasting your money as well, because you may not use the combo. You may not use the product because of already expired.
I see. Those are considered some of the perishable goods. What about items that are not perishable? Let's say, for example, I'm not sure, maybe a mobile phone, perhaps. A mobile phone. Let's say, give an example. My mobile phone just decided to end its life, and now I need to purchase a new phone. But it comes with a combo as well, meaning to say that probably there could be another phone. Would you consider that as a smart spending as well? Because we actually need a phone and for work and in family, but it comes with a combo. So would you consider that as a smart spending as well?
Depends on the types of phone you want to buy. Right? Yeah. If you manage your money very well and you can spend on the combo that you desired, then I think it's okay. It's on you, right? If you, example, women always love to buy lipstick.
Okay.
More and more lipsticks, all right? So actually, when it comes to combo, or when it comes to combo offer, one lipstick maybe cost you 99 ringgit.
Wow.
So, 99 ringgit per lipstick. So after combo, you may get 2 lipsticks for the price of 99. Right?
Okay.
So the cost of one lipstick is already cheaper, or you may share it with your friend as well. That is my opinion. But then for the phone, like myself, because nowadays a phone always combo with the line, is it?
Yes, could be with the line, and it could have a extra phone probably, but it's a downgraded kind of version. So you get the version which you want, and also another version, but it's a lower version of that phone.
So if you are okay with the older version of phone, or as long as it is a new one, even though it is older version but it's new, so maybe you can consider it as well, as long as you can pay the monthly combo. So it should be okay.
Great. Well, the thing is, I'm not a woman myself, obviously, but cosmetics to me is not important as, let's say, for example, as a guy for myself, right? I'm not married and all that, but if I have a wife, I would definitely say, you don't need lipstick, honey. You look beautiful as you are. So there we saved already. We definitely saved there. But yeah, if you need like a combo, you want to give it to your friends, that's totally up to your prerogative. I'm okay with that. But anyway, continuing with the next question, which I have here, will budgeting expenses help us with the current economic situation, and why is it very important for us?
Okay. Yes, definitely. Budgeting expenses will help us with the current economic situation. Most of us are aware that all the prices, nearly everything has increased, right? From gas, food, without we are noticing it, the price is slowly increased, as well as entertainment as well.
Yes.
So as you can see, in recent months, providers of all utilities have been raising prices in response to everything else. Yeah, same goes with gas, cars, and many more. So definitely during pandemic, or as many countries destabilize, and we are forced to adapt with the current economic situation. Not only us, but government all over the world also stressed in providing money to help their citizens. The more money that enters the market, the lower its value gets. We are not living in the effect of inflation, but we are in a steady state of hyperinflation until the world finally gets back to a sense of normalcy. This is why we really need to be always prepared. So, one of them is to be budgeting and track our expenses. I believe that you do your tracking and tracking expenses, right?
Yes, I definitely do, yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes I always go overboard. It's just because sometimes I like to treat myself, hence why sometimes I go over budget, but I always bounce back with extra work. So that's another issue over there when it comes to income. I always try to get other sources of income as opposed to what I currently have. So budgeting is there, but as soon as I get another source of income, I can top up whatever I've excessively spend on my part. So yeah, I do track, but sometimes I overspend, but I always bounce back with extra income. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's a good effort as well.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. How about yourself? Do you overspend at times as well?
Overspend. Okay, I really do I list down my expenses. And then I will go overspend when I get my bonuses. Just joking.
Oh, you're joking? Oh, I see. I think, all right. In full disclosure, I do.
Right.
Sorry?
Most of us will spend when you get a bonus, because of that is your effort of work.
Oh, yes, definitely. And for those who don't actually have any bonuses, which is why we definitely have other sources of income, which is very important as well. And just to add on, when it comes to making sure that you have a budget and tracking your expenses, it's very important because recently a Malaysian netizen, he actually tracked his coffee consumption on a daily basis and found out he actually spent 500 ringgit a month on coffee itself, and he didn't notice that he actually spent that much until he started taking notes of his expenses. So I do believe, I totally concur that taking your expenses in check is very important.
Yes.
All right, so definitely. We're talking to Marni Mohamed, and she's an Islamic financial advisor, wealth advisory. We're talking about managing the rising cost of living. Now, we're going to take another short break, and we'll be right back with today's guest. And we'll talk about more when it comes to savings and all that. So once again, so if you want to keep in touch with us or you want to join the conversation, do so via our Facebook account right now at Trax FM Official. That's TRAXXFM OFFICIAL.
Here to talk more about this and to give us some details.
EV pass through gamma rays along
The difference between KWAP and KWSP.
Tips for us to choose the best telco package to avoid money being misspent.
What matters?
what matters.
What matters?
What matters every Wednesday, 11:15 a.m. only on Trax FM. Don't miss it.
Good morning, Malaysia. Otto here, coming to you live from Angkasa Puri, Kuala Lumpur. It's the 23rd of November on a lovely Wednesday. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. As it is, we have the interview feature of the day, and we're talking about managing the rising cost of living. And with us, we have Marni Mohamed, the Islamic financial advisor, Wealth Advisory, talking about that. Good morning.
Morning.
All right, so let's continue about savings, right? Savings. Do we need to have more than one savings account?
You can have more than one. Myself have two, actually. This is due to having one more than one savings account can offer you a better budget management.
Oh, is that so? All right.
Yeah. You can train yourself to allocate some of your salary for an emergency fund that can last for 6 months if you are unable to work.
I see. Is it something like insurance as well?
Insurance is another part of. It is not a savings account. Insurance is a protection. It's more on income protection.
I see. So having two different accounts is okay. It's no problem. You can have as much a savings account as you want to diversify your expenses as well.
Yes,
I myself have two savings accounts and one current account. So what I do is one savings account is definitely for emergencies, but it's also connected to insurance just in case, like for any emergencies. That is it. So some of my friends in the morning show, they would say like, "Oh, Otto, you have this savings account and then insurance. Oh, it's laughable. You put 50% of your savings into that account, and it's well, who has the last laugh now?" But anyway, I totally understand why should we have two different accounts. It's just like having two different mobile phones as well. One is for work, one is for your personal agenda as well. All right. So what's the best way actually to manage our expenses and debt?
Okay. The best way is to do monthly cash flow tracking. What is monthly cash flow tracking? So you may put monitor and record your monthly cash flow, which is included every source of income, salary, bonus, benefit, child support, or any interest that you receive. And also factor in all your spending. Small expenses can also mount out over time. So we need to keep track of everything. Understand exactly how you spend your money is the key to budgeting. So you may list all of your debts, including past due bills, late fees, minimum payment due. So by doing this monthly routine, you can observe our cash flow, inflow and outflows, how much you have made and how much you have spent.
I do believe certain banking systems have that available for its customers, when it comes to how much you expend on, let's say, groceries and all that. So I think, we do have to take into consideration our debt and also expenses every single day, every time we do a transaction. Now, what should we do if we face financial problems in this case?
Okay. So actually, you need to know the basic fundamental in managing our expenses. All right. As you said before, you allocate 50 or 60% of your salary, right?
Yes.
Just for expenses.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if we face financial problems, first thing that we need to do is identify the problem. Okay. You may restructure back your budget and cash flow. Or you can slash your expenses, unneeded expenses especially. So by using the basic fundamentals 5311 or 6211, what is this all about? Okay, the 6211 is 60% of your salary goes to all your expenses. 20% of your salary will go to your savings or investment. 10% will go to takaful, and the other 10% will go to your emergency fund.
I see. Okay.
So this will help you to face or to restructure back all your expenses or unneeded expenses or overspending. So you need to follow and be disciplined in your own financial structure.
I'd just like to ask as well, this is out of topic, how much time do you actually spend on the time taking to actually look at your finances on a monthly basis? Do you allocate any time for that? Because it does take time to actually look at all your finances and calculate everything. Yeah.
You need to do it regularly. I mean that for myself, I will take my all receipts for 1 week, put aside for 1 week, and then I will do it. I will compile it, especially for my tax lah. So in order for that, so I will restructure back at the end of the month.
All right, thank you so much. We're talking to Marni Mohamed. She's a Islamic financial advisor, wealth advisory, and we're talking about managing the rising cost of living. Now, Malaysians have been complaining about price hikes of goods, but they still manage to spend on luxury brands as well. So what are your thoughts on this? And are we impacted by the price hikes, or are these people just, anomalies in terms of statistics?
Okay, price hike is due to global issues, right? It is not only happening in Malaysia, but it's a world issue. It's like supply chain. So one country price or interest rate goes up, and then the other country will definitely follows, right?
Yeah.
So how ready are we for 2023, especially for our children? And what type of mindset do we want to have when we enter 2023? Are we still want to complain and do nothing? Or we want to improve our lifestyle, or we want to improve our income, right? So that we won't be having to complain about the price hike, and we are able to manage our expenses monthly. So for me, why people buy luxury goods? For yourself. Maybe you did buy luxury goods as well, right?
Yes.
So I think most people who will spend on luxury, despite on current situation, may have their own personal reason. Maybe it can fulfill their satisfaction. They earn their hard money after all, and they want to reward themselves. So basically, this is my point of view. Those who manage to spend on luxury brands is for them to appreciate their hard work.
Okay.
After all, this is just my opinion, because maybe your opinion might differ, right? Depends on individual. Yeah. Why you buy luxury goods? Is it just to show off or just to follow the trend? But are you willing to spend the cost of your 1 month salary for a luxury brand?
Yes, that's actually spurging your pocket. So that's a definite no. So definitely, I totally. Just reading out some of the comments which we have over here. We have Afika Shafi, who says, as a woman, we need more savings account, because if we use one account, our salary might be gone within a week. Well, it's not only about women; it's also about men as well. I do, I accept that the fact that I do sometimes, spurge my expenses, but like I said earlier on, it's always about bouncing back. So earn more to spend more. Yeah. Okay. So we're talking to Marni Mohamed. She's an Islamic financial advisor, wealth advisory. We're talking about managing the rising cost of living. And with that, Marni, do you have any advice for people out there regarding financial matters?
Okay. As the time for now for to further ourselves in the future. So we need to have our own financial planning. It's a complete and balanced financial planning. Because why? We need to minimize future hardship and difficult financial situations. But what are the ingredients to complete the financial planning? So first, I'll share a bit. Okay. So first, this is the steps in doing financial planning. So first, you need to have your cash flow, monthly cash flow, and then takaful planning. It is a very powerful risk management tool actually in takaful planning. Yeah, by using takaful planning in Islamic financial and also estate planning. Because of why? In takaful itself, it has income protection. It covers us in many situations. And then investment planning. So you should have invest from now. There are many investment vehicles that you can choose, from low risk to high risk. So you can search or you can find any advisor that will help you to advise you on investment planning, tax planning as well. Yeah, people keep on saying about tax. Have you done your tax planning? Yeah, and of course your retirement planning. We want to retire with a peace of mind, right?
Yeah,
and
okay.
then the last is after retirement planning, you should have prepared yourself with estate planning.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, I never thought of.
There's a lot of planning.
Yes, a lot of planning. There's tax, and then we have retirement planning. Now we have estate planning. My goodness, there's a lot of savings that we need to think about. Oh, my goodness. Okay, is there any more?
That's all. So the financial planning is very vital as it helps us to have a peace of mind and financial stability. Yes.
True. Very true.
Yeah. So you need to, and one more, as you said, earn more to spend more, right?
Yes.
So in managing our expenses and or to maintain our lifestyle despite of the inflation issues, so what we must do is we cannot depend on one single income.
Yes.
You have multiple sources of income. So it might derive from rental, or you buy sawit, you know pokok sawit, and then you have
palm oil. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, palm oil, and then you will get income from the palm oil industry, or you will invest and you get income from investment, or you work more,
Yeah.
or you work extra more lah. But do not depend on one income only.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. We're talking to Marni Mohamed. She's an Islamic financial advisor from Wealth Advisory, talking about managing the rising cost of living. But once again, thank you so much for coming with us live on Facebook and also online. Appreciate it. And thank you so much. Have a great day ahead of you. Yeah?
Yeah. I hope you all get something from my sharing.
Oh, we did. I did personally, yes. So there's a lot of retirement plans I need to get in check. So
yeah.
Once again, thank you.
Thank you so much. My pleasure, Otto.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, there you have it, coming to you live from Makassar, Puri, Kuala Lumpur, and online as well. Marni Mohamed, she's an Islamic financial advisor, Wealth Advisory, talking about managing the rising cost of living. So, like she said, we have lots of things to plan about ourselves and lots of things that we need to earn as well. So, make sure that you do your planning very carefully in detail in order for you to not fall into those financial issues or problems that might derive from your overspending. All right. So, in the meantime, we're going to take a short break and we'll be right back with the news at 12. Right here on Tracks. Good morning, Malaysia.
Here to talk more about this and to give us some details.
If we pass through gamma rays along
The difference between KWAP and KWSP.
Tips for us to choose the best telco package to avoid money being misspent.
What matters?
what matters.
What matters?
What matters every Wednesday, 11:15 a.m. only on Tracks FM. Don't miss it.